And hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Kpush podcast episode. What episode is it? 185. How about too fucking many? How about that? How about that for your answer? Here's your fourth podcast of the week. Here's your fourth fucking podcast, you fat fucks. We're I swear to God, I'm sober, by the way. I haven't had anything. I haven't had it. It's just 1:50 in the morning. It's 1:50 in the morning. I was out at Mike's. I'd worked today. The caffeine that I took at 8 o'clock is still kicking, cuz. That's it. It's still kicking. Just enough for me to get on a solo episode and ramble to you guys for good 45 minutes. Okay? That's all this is for. Okay, that's all the caffeine's for, by the way. This is my second sober solo episode back to back. I wasn't planning on it. Jesus Christ. I got this tooth removed. I had this tooth removed when I was like 17. I've started to put my fucking Zin there. And now the gum's just gone. The gum is gone. It's just gone. I mean, all my teeth are falling out. I'm 21 years old. I don't know what's going on. All my friends are sucking flavored air like a fucking gay guy sucks dick at a fucking pride rally. But I can't. But I can't put in a couple Zins without a couple of my teeth just falling out. And now the tooth, the bottom of that tooth is just scraping into my gums. So that's fun. By the way, that's my life. How's yours? How's yours going? Okay. And not the people in Gaza. I know I have a better, I know I have a better life than you guys. I go to the dentist and, I'm like, what's going on? I don't smoke cigarettes, I don't really hit nicotine. I do weed. I do the marijuana. That's what I do. I do the weed and I drink. And they're like, it's the Topo Chico. I said, what? They're like, the carbonated drinks. I said, what? They're like, the carbonated drinks are what is destroying your gum line. And I go, listen, lady, if Topo Chico and bubbly are the problem in America, we got You ever see a fat guy with perfect teeth? It pisses me off. It actually makes me furious. You see this fat fuck and he's just eating cheeseburgers and Big Macs all day long and sucking down popsicles. And his teeth are perfect. It makes me mad. The thing is with teeth, here's the thing with teeth. A lot of it is genetics. And then the other part of that is wealth. Can you afford to go to the dentist? Can you do that? Yeah. I mean, it is what it is, cuz. We're 4 minutes in and I'm already fucking off track. How are you guys doing, huh? How are you doing on this fucking lovely Wednesday? We're back. The schedule's back. I got podcast guests lined up off the fucking wazoo, and we're coming at you Wednesdays. We're coming at you Wednesdays, and I'm not going to record a solo episode for about a month and a half. I mean, I'm just sick and tired of hearing of my own voice. You just get sick and you go, hey, that's actually enough. It's actually enough, and it's okay. No, I was fucking second day sober though, right? Second podcast sober. I I fucking. When did I record the last one? Was that Sunday? Did I record that on Sunday? No, it couldn't have been. Was it Sunday? When was that? Was that Sunday? Jesus Christ, I can't fucking remember. Holy cow, was that Sunday? So what is it? Is it? Who gives a fuck? Here's the reality. Second day sober, dude. I'm trying to do these now where I'm like taking days off of being sober. And the hardest thing ever is saying no when somebody offers it to you. I mean, it fucking kills you. I was hanging out, especially when you're trying to be a comedian like me and you're hanging out a bunch of fucking degenerates all the time. I was at the Creek in the Cave, literally just came from there, and dude, this... You ever see a black guy roll blunt? Huh? You ever see a black guy roll blunt? I mean, it's a work of art. Watching, he did this thing where he grinded the weed, but he put the weed on top of the grinder, like on the grinder lid. I guess is what you would call that, like a grinder lid, right? You would call, whatever the fuck, who cares? He put the weed on top of the grinder lid, and then he put it like on the bottom. And if for those of you who don't, aren't addicted to weed, yeah, there's like a top part of a grinder, and then there's the bottom part. And on the bottom part, you grind the weed, and then it falls into like this little, I guess basket is what you would call it. You would fill up like this little cup, and that's where like all the grinded weed goes. And my boy here just fucking... I always put it on the bottom of the grinder, and your boy just threw it on top of the lid like a savage. I'm just watching him going, oh my God. Black guys will always find a way to innovate weed. Yeah. I mean, it's true. They're just the master at that. And this dude, no rolling tray, like this little table where he put the weed on. I don't even think he put the rolling paper down. You just fucking roll the perfect joint. Just a perfect... No, it wasn't a joint, a blunt. He rolled this perfect blunt in air. Just no rolling tray, no nothing. Nothing. And... he offered it to me. And there's something about being white and turning down weed from a black guy that feels racist. It doesn't feel right. Doesn't feel good. Maybe I'm just addicted to weed, and I'm like putting this like whole other reasoning as to why I feel so uncomfortable turning down weed. But this blunt, it just looks so beautiful. It smelled so good. And I didn't do it. I know you're like listening and you're like, no way this faggot's sober. But But I'm telling you, this is just how I am. This is just how I am at 2 o'clock in the morning. It's not good. This is why I can't find a girlfriend, okay? It is what it is. So, nice Topo Chico. Yeah, no, so, whatever, though. I'm trying to do, like, I'm only trying to, like, drink probably 2 to 3 times a week, kind of keep that low-key, and then I'm smoking 4 days out of the week, and I know you're like, well, you're an addict, and I go, correct, but It's not every day. Here's the thing. At 21 years old, if you were like a real addict, like if you were an alcoholic like I was at the age of like 16, 17, where you were just drinking, if you drank every day for like more than a month in a period of time in your life, you're just, buddy, you got to be careful. And my goal is when I get to 25, I want to be able for people to look at me and not be like, this guy has a problem. You know? And I don't even need to not have a problem. I just need to be able to hide it. And have somewhat control. Just a little bit of control. No, I'm kidding. I do, when I'm 25, I do want to get down to where, like, I tell people my drug consumption and people don't raise their eyebrows. Okay, that's literally my goal. Okay, by the time my frontal cortex, that's the word, right? Frontal cortex. Why do I want to say cortex? Why don't I want to say cortex? Is that just it's just the retard, cuz it's the weed and the retard in me. The frontal cortex develops. I just don't want to be a complete degenerate. Just like a bit. Just like a bit of one, you know? Yeah, I mean, most people are like, don't do drugs until your frontal cortex develops. I'm like, hey, that's the perfect time to stop doing drugs. All right. Big news. Oh, sorry. Excuse me. Big news. Big news. And I got a list of stuff to talk about. I got the Texas floods, the big beautiful bill. I ran along for the vibes. I got whatever. Fuck. I wanted to talk about. I have depression on here, like a gay boy. Oh my god! I'm gonna hop on my podcast and talk about how I was depressed. Enough. Shut up. The point is, did you see how I did that? By the way, did you see how I did that? That's the man. That is like the man reaction. Is like you're depressed. You want to talk about it. And it's like, gay. Gay. Talk about your emotions. Gay. It's true. It's just, it is what it is, cuz I listen. Anyway, I wanted to talk about, we have to talk about this. I mean, we have to talk about this. Jeffrey Epstein, apparently all the files are gone. I don't know what happened. Apparently, I don't know, Trump got drunk, which apparently he doesn't drink, but he just lost the files. I don't know, he's got a lot of files on his desk, and he just accidentally put the files of the names of people who fuck kids on an island. I don't know what happened. He just accidentally threw him in the shredder. He just, I mean, it is what it is. He just threw it in the fucking shredder. Shit. I wanted to find some sort of article here. I'm not really finding anything. But the thing is, here's the thing. And I know people are like, oh my God, what's going on with the Jeffrey Epstein thing? Like, how is this? Do you see what they're doing, though? Do you see what they're doing? We just talked about it the other day. I mean, we just talked about it literally the other day, cuz. I mean, literally talked about it the other day. P. Diddy was just acquitted. I mean, it's crazy. What is it? She's immediately faced Jeffrey Epstein. Dude, I mean, here's the thing. Here's what this is actually a great point. I can't find like an article on this. I cannot find literally an article. Here's the list of article. Trump blasts MAGA, focus on Jeffrey Epstein after memo causes uproar. Oh, I guess I just didn't read that. Brody explains missing minute in Epstein. Who cares about a minute? What? All right. So here's the thing, right? We just talked about this with P. Diddy. The CIA is doing laps right now. I mean, the CIA is doing laps that you couldn't even fucking imagine. Number one, they just let fucking P. Diddy off. They just let him off, right? And so to fucking distract you, they're going to fucking tell everybody that the Epstein files are missing. Trump lost them. He got drunk. He got high. J.D. Vance snuck in like a fucking Tom Cruise in Mission Impossible and just got rid of the files. And here's the thing. Here, watch this P. Diddy story. By the way, watch this P. Diddy story. Go under the rug. Go under the rug. And they'll do this shit whenever P. Diddy's brought up. Oh, yeah, rich people get away with everything. Yeah, Me Too. Yeah, we got to bring Me Too back. People don't understand consent. That's the problem here. That's the narrative they'll put with the P. Diddy thing, which is the CIA let this fucking guy off. That's the story. And then in the same week, the fucking CIA also is like, hey, those Epstein files? Nope. How about nope? How about, let me think about it. N-O. No. What are you, crazy? We're going to give you a list of people who fuck kids? Get out of here. What, you want evidence that Bill Clinton was fucking... No! What are you, crazy? The guy just got a blowjob in the Oval Office. By the way, anybody who fucks or cheats on your wife in the Oval Office probably, I don't know, at least likes his fucking nipples clipped on while he comes. At least minimum. It's not even that hard to believe that Bill Clinton fucked kids. It's not even that hard to believe. It just isn't, cuz. I don't know what this idea is where, like, people are, no way Bill Clinton was fucking kids. What? What? Like, what? The guy got a nut off in the Oval Office. You don't think he got a nut off an 11-year-old? Get the fuck out of here. The guy's a horn dog. The guy's a horn dog. It is what it is. It is what it is. But let me look at this article real quick, because I don't do any research for this pod. That would go against everything I stand for about podcasting. This idea that a 21-year-old's gonna sit in front of a computer and like research about Jeffrey Epstein and like come to you with like these factual fucking well thought out thoughts. Get out. This is my problem. What's that one faggot kid who just screams into TikTok? You know, he showed up to fucking try to debate Charlie Kirk and then just ended up screaming at him. My ex-girlfriend just reposted a video of his. I go, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Really? So, hold on. Let me get this straight, ex-girlfriend. You're gonna fucking fuck my best friend of 7 years. Right? You're gonna fuck my best friend of 7 years. Then you're gonna come out as gay. You're gonna make me pay for an apartment that I'm not living in while you're probably fucking my best friend in. And then after all of that, you're going to repost some faggot yelling at his fucking screen of an iPhone about what, Kamala? Where's my repost, bitch? Where's my... I got a whole podcast. You never reposted one of mine, you dumb cunt. Yeah. Still sober, by the way. Still sober. All right, so apparently, somebody asked this to Donald Trump. Trump's angry dismissal of the continuing interest of the case on Tuesday came at joint review. Blah, 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 blah. And FBI concluded that Epstein died by suicide and did not possess a client list. And somebody left a comment. Somebody posted this on Instagram, and somebody fucking made a comment, and I don't like stealing comments on the internet for like political points. I think that's garbage. But sometimes, once in a while, every now and then, you'll get a comment on an internet post, video, whatever the fuck, and you go, that's the correct take. That's the correct take. And the internet comment was regarding the FBI concluded that Epstein died by suicide and did not possess a client list. And the comment to that said, we investigated ourselves and found no wrongdoing. I mean, could you have said it better? You couldn't have said it any fucking better. This is like, here's the thing. This like Epstein thing is the equivalent of when the LAPD would like kill a black guy, and then they would like do an investigation on it, and the LAPD would be like, no, we didn't do, no, we didn't. No, we sprinkled crack on him. It's like that Dave Chappelle bit. No, there was crack. We found it after we killed him. No, we found crack on him after we shot him in the face 30 times. No, this was not police brutality. No. We found crack on, which, by the way, what a horrible, like, excuse. Like, so you find crack on somebody, so you just, rip 30 rounds into his chest? But this is the same thing. When the FBI comes out and goes, listen, guys, come on. We looked into it, okay? Epstein was actually like a stand-up guy. You go, wait, what? What are you talking about? What do you mean he didn't kill himself? There was an autopsy done by a third party that his fucking family did. And the third party was like, this guy did not kill himself. That didn't happen. There's no way. You look at the injuries on the neck. It looks like somebody fucking strangled him. Also, aside from the fact that the cameras were off, and the fucking guards were, I don't know, napping, jerking each other off. The guy was on suicide watch. If the guy, what? You know how many people want to kill themselves who aren't on suicide watch and don't? You know how many people fail at killing themselves? You know how many fucking women, you know how dumb women are? You know how women are like women like apparently attempt suicide more, but they're like so bad at it that men's suicide rate is still like 30% higher than women's, even though the attempt rate for women is higher. It's like, ladies, you're doing this for attention. Would you relax? Let men, even men, do suicide better. You know? It's just, like, how many people try to kill themselves and don't? And fail. But this guy who was running a rape ring just did it. And then the FBI comes out, literally, he killed himself in 2019. They come out 6 years later. And they're like, guys, we just did an investigation. Investigation into what? What happened 6 years ago when the body was fresh? The body was fresh. It's 6 years old. What evidence are you looking at? What are you talking about? Trump was in office when he fucking killed himself. Why didn't you look then? It's like insane. So, okay. Apparently, okay, hold on. So, apparently, Pam Bondi asked Donald Trump a question, and this was his response, apparently. Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. And then Trump continued with, are people still talking about this guy? That is unbelievable. What? I mean, this guy did a whole 180 on this. He came out with the binders. Remember the binders? He fucking handed out a bunch of binders to like right-wing influencers. And he was like, look at the list. We got the list. Look at that. We're going to go through it. Who's that guy who went on Joe Rogan? The head of the FBI. Who's the guy who went on Joe Rogan? Let me look this up real quick. This idiot. Kash Patel. He went on Joe Rogan and he was like, we'll give you the evidence if we have any. What? What do you mean if you have any? Here's the thing. When the FBI director goes, if we have any, I don't even know what that's like Elon Musk saying, well, I'd give you $1 million if I had it. What? I'm confused. No. I'm confused. And Tim Dillon did a bit on it where he compares it to the joke, who's on first? The guy's on first. Yeah, but who's on first? Well, the guy on first is the guy on first. You're telling me the guy right there, he's on first? Yeah, the guy right there, he's on first. Well, what's his name? The guy on first. That's the guy you're looking for? Yeah, the guy I'm looking for is the guy on first. Well, the guy on first is the guy. You go, wait, whoa. And that is Tim Dillon's bit. I don't want to take it from him. But that bit is perfect. It's like perfect. By the way, like, think of all the things that, like, the government does. Right? You can't get away with, like, they have cameras that give you speeding tickets. Hold on. Just go with me for a second here, okay? The government of the United States of America has cameras placed all over the country. A country of 330 million people, by the way. Quite possibly one of the biggest countries that will ever exist on the planet. They have cameras everywhere. Everywhere that give you speeding tickets. They don't even pull you over. They just send it to you in the mail. They go, you got a speeding ticket. You are here December 31st at 2:29. You go, hold on. So you can do that, right? You can do that. You have cameras that detect speed. But you lost, like, the Epstein list? What are we talking about? What are we talking about? What are we doing here? This is a weird fucking dance. And we're not even saying anything. What? I'm confused. No. I'm sorry. I'm confused. The government of the United States, that in some states, weed is illegal. People are in jail right now for smoking weed. Right? But apparently, the United States government knows that there was a pedophile ring in an off-country with high-level politicians, and nothing. Is there, this week in particular, and I don't want to say this lightly, but is the biggest slap in the face to the American people since they told everybody that we had to invade Iraq. Because, I don't know, Iraq is, like, close to where the other terrorists are. And so they might blow up Kansas. This is quite possibly this week in particular, might go down in history as where you go, look, if you're in on this, if you believe any of this for a second, that the CIA didn't just let P. Diddy off, they had no interference. They had zero interference with that trial. Zero. Nobody had any sort of influence in that trial whatsoever. Okay? Zero influence. If you believe that, and you believe that the FBI is being serious when they said Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself, when they say Jeffrey Epstein, there is no list, when they say Jeffrey Epstein, the apparently thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of recordings that were on the island that they seized. Or maybe they didn't seize it from the island. They might have seized it from one of his penthouses. It doesn't matter. Who cares? Is gone. All that is gone. Think about what the United States government is telling you this week. They're telling you P. Diddy's innocent. And Jeffrey Epstein didn't kill himself. And there's no list. Even though that Kpush Patel, like a couple months ago, was like, it's on my desk. We have to go through it. It's on my desk. We have to go through it. We're looking. He said on Joe Rogan, he was like, look, we're looking through the evidence. If we have anything, we'll show it to you. Well, what are you looking through if there's no evidence then? Because you just said that. I heard you with your fucking mouth. Am I going crazy? Am I going nuts? You just said that like a month ago. What are you going through? Show me. Let Tim Dillon read it to me. Why aren't you letting Tim Dillon read the Epstein files? That's actually my main point of concern here. I want to hear Tim Dillon read through the Epstein files. I want a table. Okay? Here's what I want. You want to know? Here's what I want. I want a table of Alex Jones, Tim Dillon, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, and Joe Rogan at a table going through whatever the fuck Kpush Patel was saying he was looking for on Joe Rogan like a month ago. This is it's so nuts. It's so nuts. You can't even fucking say it without repeating yourself. And then for Trump to come out and bash MAGA, his fucking supporters, and be like, why are you talking about him? What are you, cuckoo? It's like, and not only that, in this article, apparently, I guess this article could be lying, but in this article, it says, I mean, I can't believe you're asking a question on Epstein at a time like this. We're having some of the greatest success and also tragedy with what happened in Texas. Oh, the floods? Oh, the floods? Really? Really, the floods? By the way, can I be honest about these floods? Let's get into these fucking floods. Because now Trump's using the Texas floods as an excuse. As to, like, literally ignore a pedophile ring. I mean, hold on. By the way, what? So you're going at me. You're looking at me in my face and going, hey, why do you care that kids are being raped? There's a little too much water over there. No. What? You care that a 45-year-old man is shoving a dick into a 9-year-old. You're worried about that instead of the place that's got too much water? You're sick. You're a sick fuck. I can't even I can't even believe. I mean, can you believe this guy cares that a fucking 8-year-old's asshole is just being stretched open? Yeah, can you believe this guy? Can you believe this guy that he cares about that? When there's a flood. There's like a flood. By the way, all these faggots who don't live in Texas, I'm so... all these fucking retards who don't live in Texas, right? And they're going on and on about like, oh my God, the Texas flood. Can you believe the Texas flood? Texans don't care about the flood, by the way. People from Texas know that Texas needs like a good flood. especially during summer. We need like a good flood once in a while. Especially the people from like the Northeast, like the Northeast coast. Like we're talking, people like me, Boston, Pittsburgh, anywhere that's not from there, New York City, Detroit, fucking Providence, anywhere in New Hampshire, all these places, okay? Anywhere from there who moved down to Texas goes, yeah, we could use a flood. Things get too ballsy out here in Texas. They just do. They get too ballsy in Texas. And a nice flood is a good reset. It's a good humble. It's like a good humble experience. It is. It just is. Also, can we be real? Can we be like real? How many people died? How many people died in this Texas flood? How many dead in Texas flood? All right, let's look at what's the numbers. Death toll surpasses 100. Okay? More than 160 people still missing. Okay? All right? We lost 100 people who don't know how to swim. Sorry I said it. What are you doing dying from a flood? What are you doing? What could you possibly... What? It didn't come out of nowhere. A flood just like doesn't come out of nowhere. It's not like the Pompeii. You know? It's not like a great big wall breaks. It's Texas. It's like the biggest fucking state ever. There's no walls anywhere. It's all flat land. What? There's like barely any rivers here. There's like no water here, actually. Where are you dying? And by the way, all these people who like die in this flood were probably like shooting guns at the water. We're talking about Texans here. Okay? And no disrespect to Texans. I love Texans. I hope to identify as one day. Probably not. They probably won't let me. But that's okay. Nobody claims me. Boston doesn't claim me. Pittsburgh doesn't claim me. And neither will Texas. Nobody claims me. I'm a fucking nomad. And here's what I'll say. Out of all of the natural occurring disasters that you can be killed by, okay? We're talking snowstorms. Like a bad snowstorm. A bad snowstorm is scary because there's really nothing you can do. Like, there's nothing you can do. All of a sudden, your power's out, and you can't leave. That's it. That's like it. There's literally nothing you can do. You get trapped inside. You think the power's going to come back on. It doesn't. All of a sudden, it's 6 days later. It's freezing. And bye-bye. Happens. It happens. Tornado. Nothing you can really do about. Not like tornado drops on your face. Nothing. Nothing you can do about. Earthquake. Nothing you can do about. All of a sudden, you're fucking... you're on top of a building. The tectonic plates shift. Gone. You're done. Volcano. Nothing. Nothing you can do. That shit erupts. It fucking erupts. It's done. Nothing you can fucking do. Zero. Zero things you can do. You're fucked. It is what it is. You're fucked. A flood. Really? Really? Oh my God, 100 people dead. We lost retards. I don't know. Sorry. I don't know. We didn't lose anybody from Harvard. Yeah. Look, I'm a swimmer, and I truly believe in my heart of heart, you could drop me off in the middle of a flood. I'd figure it out. There's like hills. I'm sorry. I just don't respect you if you die in a flood and all you had to do is like drive up. There's something about it that my brain just goes, learn how to swim and drive up. I don't get on top of a roof. What are you doing? It's literally fucking water. It's literally water. I don't know what to fucking tell. It's literally water. So I was driving in the flood, by the way. Driving in the flood, and my turn signal was broken. Still alive, by the way. Just throwing that out there. Here's the thing, though, is like people in tech, they just don't care about stuff. Like the reason why all these people fucking died is because they like saw the flood coming, and they were like, dude, you like want to go grab a drink? Like they were like drunk. They got like drunk. They thought it was like a good time to get like drunk. That's what it was. All these people died in this flood. They all thought it was like a great time to get boozing. It wasn't the people who were getting in their cars and driving away from the nobody who said I need to start driving. There's a flood coming. They didn't die. None of them died. Okay, it's all the people. It's probably all homeless people. It's probably all people who don't even have access to roofs. And by the way, I guarantee you, I didn't even think about this homeless person thing. I didn't even think about that. No way this death count isn't, I'm going to say 50% homeless people. And I mean that sincerely. So all these people from like the Northeast, right, who say, oh my God, the floods. All your homeless people die in the winter and you say nothing. You don't even keep track. They all die you all know it. All you people from fucking Pittsburgh, Providence, Boston, Detroit, all you idiots know that your homeless people die in the winter shivering on the sidewalk and you push them into a lake. Okay? So when a flood comes through Texas and 50 homeless people die, don't look at me and tell me that that's more important than children getting raped, Mr. President. Okay? Just don't do that. Don't do that. Please, no, don't do that. By the way, I give swim lessons in the Austin, Texas area. I recommend it for your kids with these floods. What do you do? What do you mean? It's good for business. Good for business. I'm trying to make a buck. Here. Get yours. Don't people understand this? Get yours. Stop it. The flood this, flood that. I'm selling swim lessons. Ugh. Excuse me. I'm selling swim lessons. Okay, 50% off. Flood discount. These prices are really these prices are really flooding away. Is there another one? These discounts seem a little watery. Those are my dad puns for you. No, I just here's the thing. Let me look at these images. What do we got going on here? Yeah. Are you kidding? Look at this picture, by the way. I want everybody. Okay. So this flood wasn't even 2 feet. What are we doing here? I mean, look at these people. Look at how fun this looks. Like, do you see how fun this looks? What about this to you doesn't seem fun? And I mean that. I mean that. Like, would you look at that? That looks fun. That looks like fun. And it's just because Texans are like fat and can't swim. I'm telling you right now, I'll bet money on it that 70% of all the people who died in this flood were homeless or fat. Look at this. Victims. Yeah, they're only going to show children and one elderly woman. By this way, this elderly woman is fucking dementia-ridden. What are you doing with your kid? The flood's coming. This didn't come out of nowhere. What is this? This isn't real. No way this flood took out a house. Relax. It's insane. Look at this. It's not even that bad. It looks fun. Okay, it looks cleaner than Barton Springs. You been to Barton Springs? People hop in that. Hop in Barton Springs. Look, these people are standing. This is why Texans die. Look, this is what I'm talking. Would you fucking look at this picture? This is what I'm talking about. Oh my God, I wasn't even up. Look at this picture. Look at this picture. Look at this. Look at this picture. If you're not looking at this picture, let me describe it for you. Okay? Let me describe this fucking picture for you. Okay? You see a father next to his daughter. Okay? And you see the flood just, I guess, going. It's going. And they're 10 feet from it. What do you want? Yeah, Texans need to go sometimes. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you. A little bit of rain. We need water here. Everything's been green. It's been nice past couple days, actually. Everything's been green. Go outside, and it's green. People from the Northeast, they think that comes all around. We get this once in a while here. What is this? What is this, a video?
Wix. One platform.
Stop. Enough with this advertisement bullshit. What is this? Let me look at this here. What's going on?
Devastating floods in Texas. At least 78 people are now dead, and the search is still on for 11 young girls who were missing.
Look at that! Look how fun that is. It's not even sinking a car. The car, just get on top of your car. What are you doing? Get on top of your car.
Summer camp there. You're looking at new drone footage that shows neighborhoods that are completely blanketed in water.
Eyewitness News reporter Elena
Get on
Gomez
top
is
of a
live in the
roof.
newsroom and has all the details. Elena.
Yeah, Governor Abbott briefed.
Are they in Austin, by the way? Is that Austin?
New drone footage that shows neighborhoods that are completely blanketed in water.
I think that is Austin. That is Austin. No, that's not Austin.
Gomez is live in the newsroom and has all the details. Elena.
Yeah, Governor Abbott briefed the community on the latest in the search efforts today. He said that he and his team are 100% dedicated to searching for the missing children at Camp Mystic.
By the way, this Governor Abbott, a month ago was trying to get fucking hemp banned from the state. Thanks, but thank you. No. Thank you. I know Governor Abbott and fucking Ted Cruz are both worried about Israel and banning hemp. Meanwhile, their state is a river. Thanks. No. Thanks, you fucking morons. This just was preventable. Here's the other thing too, like these ideas that these natural disasters just happen. It's 2025 and we have AI. Like, I'm sick and tired of this idea that, like, weather comes out of nowhere. And nobody knows. Nobody knows anything, and a flood just occurs. You know, when you open up a closet door, and boom, your state's underwater. The flood was hiding in your closet. Like, it was just in the ocean's in your closet. Sometimes you open up a closet door, and boom, Texas is underwater. That doesn't happen. There's like no way that that's real. And yet people, I don't know. People just find themselves underwater, I guess.
He had previously shared that they are assuming everyone who is missing is alive and they are not giving up their effort. Now, here's what we know today. As you mentioned, at least 78 people are dead, including more than 24 children, with many of the fatalities
I could swim in that. See how fast that's going? I could swim in that.
Other youth camps that were impacted.
Totally swim in
Search and rescue efforts are still in progress as more people are still.
All right. So I guess this is what they're talking about, is this Camp Mystic. So everybody in this camp was like really, really affected or whatever. Did they not know? Is that where the closet was opening? Is that where the ocean was playing hide and go seek? No. You know when you play hide and go seek with the ocean? That happens. It like happens. Sometimes you play hide and go seek and, you know, the ocean is like, it's hiding in the oven. You open up the oven and Texas Camp Mystic is just underwater, I guess. Like, how do people not know about these things?
After the severe flooding in Texas.
Mm-hmm.
On Friday, waters rose by 26 feet on the Guadalupe River in the area in less than an hour, creating destruction and taking with it homes and cars. FEMA has been activated following President Trump's major disasters declaration. The U.S. Coast Guard also has been called in to help state and local officials.
Looks fun, by the way.
Now, volunteers are getting ready to help and assist in the recovery efforts. Team Rubicon, an LA-based humanitarian organization, is preparing to send their Texas volunteers on the ground tomorrow to assist. This video shows the kind of work that their team does. And we talked to one of their operations associates who shared what her Texas team will be doing tomorrow to help the communities impacted by flooding.
They're really going to kind of get that scope and feel for how big is big and how bad is bad, and how we can best serve the communities. And once that happens, then we move into the next phase of the mission planning process. And so it'll be, a couple of days before we would have, an idea of how many gray shirts we're going to send out and for how long.
And for those looking to help the communities impacted, Jennifer, who you just heard from Team Rubicon, says you can visit their website at Team Rubicon USA to donate or even sign up to volunteer. In the newsroom, Elena Gomez.
Nobody's donating and nobody's volunteering. Enough. Would you stop? By the way, how many illegal immigrants were killed in this flood? You know, Trump's going to be happy about that. He didn't even have to deport them. He just fucking threw a flood at their face. That's good. That's a joke right there. That's a funny one. Yeah, I mean, what percentage of these? What's this video? This video right here. That's actually sounds interesting. Texas flash flooding. How the warnings failed. What's this? Oh my God, ads. Here's the thing. If you incorporate illegal immigrants, I guarantee you, I mean, all of the people who have been killed in this flood are homeless people, illegal immigrants, and fat people. That's like it. All right, what's this guy? Andrew Chang. Racist name, by the way.
Stood any chance at all.
There were campgrounds there. There were homes. There were people that were seemingly caught off guard.
The destruction had already been done.
There's all these videos. Here is the other problem too. There's like all these videos. There's like all of these videos concerning the flood of like people standing right next to the flood. It's like, hold on. You know what I mean? There's like thousands and thousands and thousands of videos of people standing inches away from the flood. And like, what? I'm supposed to be scared? Go away from the flood.
Came out. It was almost every man for himself.
Headlines from the earliest days of deadly flash flooding pointed to an alarming lack of warning. The central question being, how could so many people have been caught so off guard?
Well,
was there any heads up at all that a major river was about to burst its banks? The Guadalupe River lies in a part of central and south Texas called Flash Flood Alley. It flows east, ending through San Antonio Bay on the Gulf Coast, but it's where the river starts, in a place called Kerr County, where most of the attention has been focused.
At least 82 people have died and more than 40 remain missing, including children.
River rose more than 20 feet, crashing into homes and
swallowing 20 feet?
roads,
That's crazy.
People very little time to escape.
Some 400 first responders are now scouring the swollen Guadalupe River and its banks.
Now, there were warnings ahead of time, at least 3 of which have now been widely reported. So what explains the account from officials who sound like this?
Rest assured, no one knew this kind of flood was coming.
There's no expectation of a water wall of almost 30 feet high.
Let's try to understand what happened and when.
All right, we're done here. Look, I don't know. I think the whole thing is like, what are we doing here? Certainly, the president cannot come out and be like, there's no concern of the pedophile ring, because there's a flood. There's like a flood. So, yeah, I mean, I rambled for a fucking hour. Whatever. Yeah, I mean, I still have so much fucking to talk about, and I only got through one. I only fucking... I mean, Jesus Christ. No, I got through 2, I guess. All right, well, that's like gonna be it. That's like gonna be it for me. It's 3:00 in the morning right now. I'm like starting to feel it. Well, thank you so much for fucking watching. You can check out me on Along for the Vibes every Friday on Twitch or on YouTube. We have a big free pizza night on the 25th. And that's it. Thank you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Learn how to swim. Get on top of a fucking roof. Thank you guys so much. I'll check in with you later. Bye-bye.